Hello guys, She Loves God here. I wanted to do a quick video on the topic of Jericho 6 as it relates to a revelation that a person who's doing a fast at his church was talking about. I was doing the fast with this church I was visiting, and I just received an amazing insight on Joshua 6, which is a chapter that talks about the walls of Jericho falling down. Now, when you hear about the walls of Jericho, you usually hear people saying, on the seventh day they shouted and the walls came a tumbling down. And we're just all excited about just that one thing. But it's important to understand what was the significance. Like, what did it matter that the walls fell down? So I'll just read 5 verses. This is Joshua chapter 6, 1 through 5. Now Jericho was shut up inside and outside because of the people of Israel. None went out and none came in. And the Lord said to Joshua, See, I have given Jericho into your hand with its king and mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city, all the men of war, going around the city once. Thus shall you do for 6 days. So day 1, go around one time. Day 2, go around one time. So forth and so on. 7 priests shall bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark. On the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times. And the priests shall blow the trumpets. And when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, when you hear the sound of the trumpet, then all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city will fall down flat. And the people shall go up every one straight before him. So those are the instructions of the Lord. And the pastor who was doing this fast for his church, having this church do this fast, he was saying how on the 3rd day of the fast, he had received revelation on the significance of this passage. And it just really blessed me. He said 2 things he got out of this. He said, number 1, when the walls come down, you can finally see who your enemies are. I was like, that is so true. When the walls come down, you will finally see your enemies. Because it's so hard to fight and to get the victory of something that you don't even know is fighting you. Like if you have AIDS, but you're taking the treatments for cancer because you don't know if it's AIDS or cancer. Or if you have lupus and you're taking the treatments for diabetes and you don't know if it's lupus or diabetes. It's so hard to fight something you don't even know what it is. So it's so important to know what you're fighting against. And so when the walls come down, you will finally see who your enemies are. The fast, it was a 3-day fast. It was also, it was called a breakthrough fast. So it was amazing how you got breakthrough mentally, spiritually, and you just got a revelation on such an important topic. And so the first thing is you finally see who your enemies are. So you can finally fight them. You can finally know, do I need to use, bow and arrow, sword? Did you have horses, cavalry? What do I do to fight my enemy? What do I do to gain the victory? And then he said the second thing I showed him was that number 2, you can go get your stuff. You see, they said Jericho was shut up inside and out. So we don't know if the Israelites had their stuff stuck in there or it was just stuff that did belong to Jericho. But God was like, I'm giving all this stuff to you guys. So you can go and get your stuff. And so some of us, we have experienced a loss of our joy, our peace, our serenity, our, whatever it is that you lost. You can finally get it if you go through this situation. Like I had to go through a fast. Your thing may be that you need to go through a difficult conversation or break up a friendship or leave a job or a church or a roommate situation. You don't know who knows what it is. I thank God that I fasted and he showed me what I needed to do or confirmed what I needed to do. So I hope that encourages you all when you finally seek God for what's been bothering you. Because look here, it says, God said, I have given Jericho into your hand. God already wants you to have the victory. It's just that you have to obey. You went around this thing for 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, but you can finally experience the victory. Why not in 2016? 2017 ends with a 7. That's just in this year, right? So I hope you all experience the victory. I hope that encourage you all. Number 1, you see who your enemies are. Number 2, go and get your stuff. Thanks for watching. Please share. Bye-bye.